Hello, Kate Nation. Thank you so much for coming. This is your girl, Kate, reporting on Talks by Kate. Now, my people, I would like to also inform you people that we are on another channel called Hope Africa with Kate, and there we also spread the news about Africa. You know, our objective is to ensure that the news about Africa between the colonizer should be spread. So you can find us here, or you can find us on Hope Africa with Kate. All right. Now, my beautiful people, something is happening between Ghana and Burkina Faso. Remember, I used to appreciate the friendship between the Ghanaian president and the Burkina Faso president, right? Now, I don't really know, are they going to become enemies now or not? But I think they are matured enough to resolve that issue. Now, something is happening. You know, since Ibrahim Traore got into power, he's doing everything to develop the country. He wants to ensure that the roads are fine. You know, he got in power, the roads were, you saw how the old roads were. They were damaged, they were not nice. Children want to go to school, vehicles passing were not, it was not really nice for them to use it, all right? So he got in power, decided that he's going to work on this and everything is going to be fine. So now, Ibrahim Traore is done with some of these roads in some cities and he's still working on some. So he wants to focus on some. Now, the border between Burkina Faso and Ghana, that is where the problem lies. Now there's a law that actually states that for vehicles to come into Burkina Faso, they have a limit. The amount of things you have to carry, how you're going to load, and how your vehicle is going to be long, how long your vehicle can be. So they say it should be 5.5 feet, something like that. Yeah, long. Okay, so it seems as though the Ghanaians have gone against this. Now, my people, let's first of all listen to this and then we'll take it from there.
And truck drivers Friday morning blocked the Paga border, halting all traffic from Burkina Faso in protest of a new policy by the Burkinabè government barring trucks longer than 54 feet. Our Upper East Region correspondent Castro Sanyala is at the border now to bring us the very latest on this development. Let's have a quick chat with him now. Castro, why has this become necessary?
Right, good afternoon to you, Kemini. Yes, so behind me is the border, and you'll see that it's clear now. But a few minutes ago, this place had been blocked by the drivers who were protesting. And according to them, because I've spoken to them actually, they said that their vehicles are being cut because they are longer than 54 feet. According to them, the Burkinabè authorities have passed a new policy that says that if a vehicle is more than 54 feet long, they will have to cut it before it enters. And some of them have been here for over 2 weeks now, and they've done everything they can within means to have the Burkinabè authorities allow them passage, but that has not been successful. So for the past 2 weeks, some of them have actually been here. Those of them who are able to afford to pay 500,000 CFA, that's equivalent to 10,500 Ghana cedis, are allowed passage. But those who are not willing to pay that or can afford will have their vehicles cut to the size that the Burkinabè authorities approve of before they are allowed to go. So this morning, the drivers are gathered here in their hundreds to protest that and said that the Ghanaian authorities also need to do a lot as far as resolving this issue is concerned. I've seen that the Burkinabè authorities have come in, they have held engagements with the border security chiefs and also the district assembly. And I'm sure that in the coming days, an amicable solution will be found to this. But until then, the drivers are still looking around. As you can see behind me, they are still looking around because obviously they're not happy about what has happened because the police, the military, the immigration service, and the customs service, and in fact, all the border security agencies have come in to douse the situation. And that is why the road is clear now for the vehicles to pass, quietly.
I see. So what you tell us is there is a temporary resolution to the issue. But talk to us. These are drivers who most likely are carrying food items into our country, correct?
Yes. And in fact, out of our country as well.
I see. If they are unable to go, what happens to their food items and over what period? Like, what is their timeline to work with?
Yes, Kamini, let me state that, yes, at the moment, the border is very cool and calm. Like I stated, the security agencies at the border have done that, and so now vehicles can move. But yes, let me state something interesting. When the drivers were protesting, they were in fact targeting perishable foods trucks, which they can ground, so that as they go back, authorities would sit up and do something about it. And so, if it was going to continue that way, then that means that a lot would have been lost in terms of food items such as fish, because I understand that there were trucks carrying fish in and out of the country, and these were the trucks that the drivers were particularly targeting, not because they didn't want or they don't want the food to go into the country or leave, or they want the food to go bad intentionally, but they were looking at vehicles that they can block ground so that their demands will be met. And I think what they did has helped them, because the authorities have come, because they've said that they've been here for 2 weeks and nothing has been said. But as we speak now, the border is very peaceful. The joint task force team of the immigration service, the customs service, the soldiers, NACO, and all other border state security agencies have stepped in. It was very, very difficult, Kamini, I must say. The angers were flaring, and the drivers were shouting and all of that, but the state security agencies were able to bring all of this under control. The police, the military, the customs, and all of them, they were able to bring the situation under control. And as we speak now, the vehicles are moving freely. That's a truck behind me trying to move into Ghana. Let me just show you quickly. Kamini, just a minute. You can see a truck is behind me. It's trying to come into Ghana so that it is able to go towards the country. And that is the border you see there. That's the border. A few moments ago, the whole of this place was taken over by the drivers in their hundreds. In fact, if I say thousands, I'm not exaggerating. There were very many, and they didn't want to allow any vehicle to pass. But thankfully, the police, the immigration, NACO, we have the customs service, and all of that have come together to resolve the issue. And they've given them a 24-hour ultimatum to work out the issues. Otherwise, they'll be back on the road again tomorrow.
Yes, my people, you just saw that. You saw that. Interesting, right? Now, this law was actually written down. It's before Ibrahim Traore came in, this law actually existed, but it was not in practice. Yeah, the former leaders, they just suppressed it. They were not in concern of that, and vehicles were just coming in and out, in and out. They didn't put this law into practice, right? But when Ibrahim Traore came in, he actually talked about this law again. But the Ghanaians are saying that they didn't hear about it. They don't know about the laws. Yeah, that they don't know about the laws. So Ibrahim Traore demands that your vehicle should have there's a limit to how your vehicle should be long, a limit to how you're going to load your things. Why? Because there are vehicles that will come in through the road and then destroy the roads. You know, that kind of, there are vehicles that have actually gone through a certain path and destroyed that road. Have you ever noticed that even in your own country, where a vehicle will pass, right, and destroy the roads? They will need to come, especially during rainy season, right? Will make the road to be so muddy. They need to struggle to come and fix it again. So Ibrahim Traore is saying that such vehicles are going to destroy the road that they just constructed, and he doesn't want that, because now he is focusing on other sites, on other places. He's not against, he doesn't have any problem with the Ghanaians. He doesn't have any issue with that. He's not refusing that they shouldn't come into the country to buy their goods or sell their goods. He's not refusing that. The only thing he's saying is that there's a limit to how your vehicle should be long and how your goods are supposed to be loaded, so that you should not come in and then instead cause more harm than good. Yeah, so my people, those that were able, that had that kind of long vehicle, they collected 500,000 from them so that they can use it to fix the road in case they destroy it. And those that cannot afford it, they were still there for over 2 weeks. They were. This is to tell you that that's why I look at how the ECOWAS president visited Ibrahim Traore and was making a speech. I don't know if you actually saw that video. You saw how he was saying that, oh, we are brothers, we can never be separated, this and that. I'm convincing him. I'm still to come back to that issue, my people, where he actually said that he's coming to convince Ibrahim Traore and the Sahel nation to come back to ECOWAS. So they have not yet given up. Aside from that, my people, so this is to tell you that Ibrahim Traore was just looking. It's the same like he had a friendship. He had a good relationship with the president of Ghana. Good, they are friends, they are good friends. But he's not going to ignore or allow his country to be destroyed because of friendship. Yeah, rules are rules and you need to follow them. Yes, you need to follow the rules. So he actually made them, so the authorities, the Burkinabè authorities actually made sure that those that have that kind of vehicles can actually pay 500,000, if 500,000 francs. If they can't afford it, then let it be there, because this money is so that if you destroy the road, they have already estimated everything. They have seen it, that if this kind of vehicle come into the country, it's going to destroy the roads that have just been constructed. So do you want the roads to be destroyed? No. They just constructed the road, and they can't come back again to spend another money to construct roads. No, they have other places. The whole Burkina Faso is not yet developed. Everywhere is not yet developed. They are still struggling to develop from one city to another, from one village to another, linking the roads. So you can't come in with your vehicle and then you destroy the roads. It can't work like that. So you need to follow the rules. So now those who are claiming that, oh, I've never heard of this law, oh, we don't know about these rules and so on and so forth, and actually had like 500,000 to pay so that they can actually fix the road if in case it gets back. They paid it. Those that could not afford, my people, they were there for over 2 weeks and they started protesting. They started protesting like, we never heard of this, or the Ghanaian government should do something about. So they were also protesting that the Ghanaian government should do something about it. They should not allow this situation to be like that. They should do something about it. That's why they were protesting. So my people, what do you think about that? What do you think about this this rule or this law? I personally think they have a good reason for doing that. Ibrahim Traoré has a good reason. The Burkinabè government has a good reason for doing that. For them to say that they don't want this vehicle to come in because it will destroy the roads that have been constructed is good enough. They have suffered a lot. So if they now see a place, if they now look for a way and fix some certain things, there's no way that you want to come and destroy it again, then they will allow it. It's not possible. So I really do not blame them at all. So for me, I am in total support. So for those that were not able, if you can't afford it, they will ask your vehicle to be cut to the size that they want. So if you don't want it, it means you have a 500,000 to give. So they were not doing it as though they are wicked or they are bad. No, that's not what they were doing. They were just doing it to follow the rule, because to help their own country, to help their territory. So I'm in total support of that. Let me get your opinion at the comment section, my people. Do not forget to subscribe to this channel, like, comment, and share. And please do have a nice day. Bye.